And now for something a little bit different. This is a game called Gods Unchained. I find it funny that they don't really have it. It doesn't say God Unchained really anywhere on here except for this little announcement thing. But this is Gods Unchained. This is the website for it. It is a standalone. To play the game, you have to download a application to your computer right now. But so I run a market for a large cryptocurrency tradable card game. And my business partner said, hey, go check out this game. Let's see what's up. I've played a little bit, made it to level 6. And I thought, well, let's buy a few packs and see what that experience is like. We were just going to see what it could be like to have a third-party market there. This is our third-party market for Splinterlands. And it's actually very robust, has a lot of things going on. It's been around for a year. Our market itself has been around for a year. But you can do things like buy, rent, bid, see the collections in different ways, filter. You have history of purchases, just lots of stuff like that. An explorer. You can see some of the games that have been played recently. You can buy packs. There's profit sharing. There's a lot of ability in here that we've spent a good amount of time creating. So you can go in here, lots of different cards. But then again, it is on the Steam blockchain where you can buy, sell cards much easier than it's going to be here because you have fees. You have fees from the blockchain itself, not just from the market. So now as a market, we're like, well, we have to make money and they have to pay a fee for transfer. That's a bit much maybe for the small cards. Nothing may happen just for large purchases, and maybe that's worth it for the large purchases. Any case, I'm doing some testing. I'm going through. Maybe I'll take you through a little bit of what I've been learning. So this is a very familiar experience to Splinterlands, or Steam Monsters as some people know it. I should turn down the volume of that because it's pretty loud. You know what's interesting about this is that you hover over one of these and it's going to be your rare card. It's going to be this one. So we'll open a couple of these other ones. There's so many cards. I feel like you have to open hundreds of packs just to have just to have a set of cards per god. Gods Unchained. There's Splinterlands, there's like 5 splinters. On here, there's just so many gods and different ways. There's hundreds and hundreds of cards. In the Genesis, there's 300 something. And then you have these core cards. And there's lots more of those. And what's interesting is, I'm going to open this one now. Dense Fog. It is a rare card. A 1 mana card. So you got these mana numbers here. 1, 2, 4, 4, 6. They really have an importance. So you need to start the game some 1s, and then you can start playing 2s, and then you can start playing 3s and 4s, and then later in the game you can start using these 6s. I mean, there's obviously so many different abilities, so many cards with different abilities that you never know. Maybe some card out there gives you the ability to play this guy sooner than later. So, pretty interesting stuff, really. I'm going to open a few decks. So you hit that continue button and boom, you're off again to the races. This is done inside the temple. You got the store where you can buy cards, or you can look at your inventory. I don't know what Explore does, but also here is where someone on their Discord said to go purchase GU Collection, and then you would get a 9% discount, which is crazy. I mean, you need to use MetaMask for this game, so use MetaMask here, and then you just, up here you say, I want to buy 5, I want to buy 10, I want to buy 20, send it to this address, So yeah, I mean, if you want to send packs to that address, that's my very public address that you can send stuff to. Thank you very much. No, it's joking. So the cost is that 9% a discount, which is crazy because they apparently have a 10% referral. So this company's like, we'll just take 1%. And I don't know. It's like Gods Unchained should maybe have a standard for that. Because why would we as a third party want to go in here and compete with that? We're not going to make a good product if they're doing that. So maybe they're fulfilling all pack needs for everyone. But Gods Unchained's got to want to go like, hey, let's have a standard. All different types of things do that. They have like, hey, you can't sell packs below this amount. You can't sell this product below this amount. The suggested retail amount, right? And some companies are like, this is suggested, or this is like, you cannot sell below this, or else we're not giving you the 10% discount. So that, I mean, Gods Unchained, if you're listening, like a third party like us, doesn't want to go in there if you have zero control over, if you're exerting zero control over this. Well, we don't want to go in there and deal with that. But if you don't care, then that's fine. Then I shall say to everyone, go to GU Collection, buy your packs. Don't buy them from Gods Unchained, because that would be silly. You buy them here, and then you get a 9% discount. So, and it works out pretty well. It was very fast, and then they went directly to my wallet as soon as this clicked over here, this last check mark. They were pretty much in my wallet. So good job for GU Collection. Sorry if I'm trying to cramp your style. I mean, it's not like we're really jumping into this. We're just looking at the game, how it all works. That's the rare. I opened a couple more just previously and got some what they call shadows, and I even got an epic card. Cannot attack. So I still don't know what a lot of this means. Like burn 2, not exactly sure what that is. Cannot attack. So it can't even attack, which I guess is 0. Afterlife, if you have 6 or more cards in hand, summon a 6/5 Rock Drake. So it's just this unique use case, I guess. That could be cool, I guess. It's a Rock Drake egg, so I guess that makes sense. There are think about it, there's 350 or something like that in the Genesis edition of cards alone. 350 alone. That you have to know so many of their use cases. And then where you're playing 30 cards. And if you often want duplicates of a card so that it happens probabilities in your deck of 30 when you're playing them, that when you draw a card that is like, oh, I really want that card. You can't just hope that 1 in 30. You're going to have to get a few of certain of these cards. So, I mean, a lot of cards to buy, apparently. So, it's only, buying Genesis cards are only for a little while, and then I suppose they're going to have a whole other deck of cards, which is going to be interesting. They got two rares in this one, which is cool. In the afterlife, so after it dies, it heals your god 4. That's pretty cool. But see, I'd want a couple of these so that there's more possibility for this one to pop up. It's a 1 mana to play. It has the ability to heal. If it's just like, yeah, I know my guy's going to get attacked a lot, I'm just going to have a few of these in my deck just so my god has more longevity, I guess is what you could say. So we got a bunch of these cards to open. I'm just kind of sharing some random thoughts. This is the first video really that I'm doing. Ooh, look at this. This is awesome. This is something I think in terms of Splinterlands, of course, because I've been running a market for that. One of the largest markets, if not the largest market, obviously with feature sets and everything. It is the largest market for that game. Let's just say that, because there's several markets and several utilities and lots of the main big users are using it, and there's a bid system to bid for cards and all that stuff. So yeah, totally. So over here is where you see kind of what rarity it is. So this means it's a common, but it's got this border, which you're supposed to know, oh, that's a shadow, which means if you combined, I think, like 5 of these cards, then it would be one of these shadows. And it doesn't do anything different utility-wise. It's just rarity and looks. Ooh, another something. So these are somewhat rare, is what they're saying, because they're shadows. But to be honest, people can create these pretty easily by combining other ones. But it's kind of fun. They're not necessarily worth a ton because they're commons. So that is the expectation. Market trading hasn't really started. I guess we could just wait to see in the market what's going on if we want to jump in. If anyone, I guess, from the games, like peeking around YouTube and looking at things, and give me a holler. Maybe I'll holler your way. Anyways, you got a good Discord. You've got a good game. I've played, obviously. I've gotten to level 6. It was kind of fun. I don't think I've lost yet, which is interesting and fun. I've been playing real people, too. So, fully heal a friendly creature. And heal your god? Or, I don't know. There's so much wording sometimes. In the beginning, you're like, I'm reading a novel of 100 cards. I don't know what's going on. But they've done a really good intuitive job, a good job making their site intuitive, more or less. Maybe it's because I have experience a lot in different types of websites, and now a little bit in these games, though I must say I've never played what they relate this to is Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering. Oh, look at both of these are going to be rare, or something like that. That's fun. Uproot. I kind of like that. I remember watching a YouTube video where maybe they were talking about Uproot. So cool that I have one. So I don't know if I'm going to be collecting enough of these cards necessarily to aim for what they call forging. Now, it's not here, but if you download the application, there's a forge area where you can combine 5 of the same Master of Indulgences and make it a shadow. I just kind of want one of each, but I'll be happy with, come on, making it epic. No, okay. Add a random rune to your hand. See, I don't know what some of these things are. What's a rune? A relic? Yeah, there's still a few things I am unfamiliar with because I've just been playing these starter sets that they give you to play with what they call core cards. Cards that are kind of locked, which my assumption is locked, meaning you can't trade them. You don't actually own them, which is part of the... I kind of like opening the rare cards last. So I don't know what these borders are. I feel like they represent some sort of, well, for lack of better term, splinter, like they would have in Splinterlands. The colors got to mean something. Maybe that's just the border of like non-shadow type stuff. Sacred lore. You see how this is a little bit different? This is different. These match each other. So maybe this is like a nature sort of thing, and this is a death because it's bones. It's just not too obvious to me. This is like a sword, so maybe this is like the warrior clan, god, people. I don't know what they call it. And this is why you want to watch a video from a newbie like me, because you're like, yeah, I'm going down the same road you are. We understand each other. You're just a little bit ahead of me, and I'm learning from you. Or I'm doing this video to kind of like give my perceptions of the game. I'm really wondering how the economics is going to work out. I don't see how the trading of cards with Ethereum on Ethereum, how that's going to work out well because of costs and speed. Though I just bought Ethereum and did these transactions, and it was so much faster than I remember Ethereum to be. I mean, is that going to be a problem once Ethereum becomes popular again? There's a lot of transactions that things are going to take 20, 30 minutes again, or are we down to it being a fast thing now? So, man, there's so many different cards. How do you know what in the world is going on? We got to keep opening some of these to get something good, because that's always exciting, right? Ooh, an epic. So that's fun. Now, so there's a third-party website that's like giving them value, like saying, this is how much we think these cards are valued. Let me bring this open to you. And when I opened 5, this is my results. I haven't refreshed it. I opened 5 packs that cost me what, like 0.06. I opened 5 packs that was 0.06, even though I got the discount, so it was 0.055 or something like that. And because of basically a couple of cards, it was like, oh, you have a value of 0.187. As you can see, this was the first 5 that I opened. So this is really cool. This third-party GU Dex has a very good interface, to be honest. Like, I love that the cards move. I mean, we definitely went for, on our site, definitely went for utility. There's so much utility on the site that our graphics were a little bit lower just to aim for utility. How many of the cards exist? How many of the BC? Because you can combine them, and then being able to bid and bulk buy, and to see the different bids that are out there, to rent cards, you know, like mercenaries, and make money off of it. There's so much utility that we didn't definitely. I mean, these assets obviously come from Gods Unchained, maybe even from an API from Gods Unchained. So, but they did a good job of laying it out. Good design style. Definitely like that. The filters are cool. I mean, we kind of like our filter system. It's worked out well for both Peak Monsters and Steam Peak. Where was I? So yeah, this is what they show you on these epic card here. It's like, this is how many exist. 3,000. And this is how many shadows exist. This is how many I own. 1. Anyways, it thinks it's going to be worth 0.075, which is cool, because this one card is worth more than the entire amount I spent on the 5 packs. So I'm calling BS on this, but hopefully it's correct. But yeah, BS. It's not going to be worth that much. We'll see. We'll see. Is there going to be more than 3,000? Nope, because you had to add these. So 4,050 players, and every player wants at least 1 card. But you also have to assume that a couple of people bought thousands and thousands of packs, I'm sure. I know people that bought thousands of packs. So they own a few of these. So if you have 4,000 or 5,000 players, which even Splinterlands has 4,000 or 5,000 players, then someone out there's like, freaking, I want this one and I didn't get one. And, a bunch of them are being used, but this one person owned. I mean, if every player wanted one, then yeah, the price is going to go up. So that's another way to look at it. But it's a few dollars for this one epic. I guess that could work. Okay, where were we? We were opening packs. Deathwish Thanatar. So if we go back over here and we look at all cards, we go to the type, which is the tribe, the shine, the rarity, epic. The set is Genesis. And highest priced first. Darn it, it's not here. It's like down at the bottom, probably. What was it called? I'll remember it once I see it. There's so many epics too. Just epics in one deck. I need to go back. Deathwish Thanatar. Deathwish. Do you guys see it? You're pointing to it, and I can't see it because you're watching this 5 days after I did it. It's like at the bottom isn't going to be. It's not even here. There's so many cards that I guess if we were to do a system for this, a search is going to be very important. I mean, seriously, do you guys see it? Is there a search here? There is. Thank you. And it was probably there. 16? 16 mana to play it? I don't know what the deal is with this one. Are they all like 0.075? Because they have no idea, so they just put a default in there. That's funny. That is funny. Or this top one. Yeah, they're all 0.075. So, interesting. We're going to continue on. Ta-da! No more. Boring pack. I don't know, maybe they're really cool. I need these cards. I need one of each, So, the other thing that I understand is if I were to go to inventory right now, I'd see all my cards before they even opened. So when you buy a card, when you buy a pack, they happen right away. As opposed to if you were to go to buy a chest, then that's different mechanics. Then you can trade these and you won't know what's already in them. So a chest is something that you can buy a chest of one chest that has 6 packs in it. Okay. And it costs more instead of well, what does 6 over here cost? 6 is 0.072 and this is 0.08. So it costs more because you can trade these unopened packs, these chests, because no one knows what's inside of them. But the moment you buy packs, you already know. That's the deal. Great animations, just good art all the way through it. They've done a great job with this game. And I had fun playing it. Ooh, look at that. 1 of 4139. I wonder how big of a difference it's going to be between cards that only have 3/7 and the 4/1. So there's 400 more cards. Is that going to cause a big value change? So I need to know more about Ethereum to know if this costs 0.07, if people are buying it for 0.07, and we're sending it to them, how much is the gas cost on average? Because we know it's always going to be different. That's a big question that I wonder. So I'm happy to have gotten, what is that now, 2 or so? 2 epics. Still have never gotten a legendary. Of course, you're seeing most of the cards that I've ever opened are right now. I hope that I'm getting like lots of different cards of the 350. Like, obviously a lot of them are going to be commons. I hope I have all the different commons very soon. That would be cool. But I could see how you could kind of like, yeah, I'll freaking just combine all this commons because I bought like 500 packs, you know. I have 2,500 cards, and I have so many of these common cards, and they cost so much to trade them, so why keep them as a regular foil? Why not make it a, what do they call it, a shadow and then gold? Where's the awesome one going to be? Oh, there it is. We'll open these other ones. I have no idea if any of these are good, really. I know some of the core cards because I've been playing with them, and I feel comfortable with them, but I've only played like, I don't know, 10 games maybe. So, loving some MetaMask is the application that people use to go in and buy stuff from the GU collection, and that you kind of sign into the game with. It's great. It's a lot like Splinterlands and its connection to... Ooh, what was that? Oh, that was the sound for a shadow, I guess. So this is the shadow border, but it's still a common card. Blitz, Flank, and Protect. I know what Protected is. That's cool. Blitz is like, I think when you put it onto the board, it can immediately attack. And Protected, it means it has a shield around it, and it can get hit once before... I guess that's why it has very low health. It's like, it gets one free attack, which the opposing person's probably just going to come in with a really small attack, kill the shield, and then kill this. So it's like a two-hit wonder. It's in a shadow, but even so, that's like having 5 of these commons, and the commons are worth nothing, really. Go to commons. I just got a real man. I am a real man, and it's like, oh, it's worth 0.002, which, I mean, crypto calculator. What are some good crypto calculators out there? I use this one a lot. So we go here to freaking Ethereum, okay, and 0.002. 32 cents. They think that that card's going to be worth 32 cents. I have news. If a pack costs $2, there's no way a card is worth 32 cents. Is that what I read? Let me just double check. Yeah, no way. No way these cards are going to be 32 cents. No way. They're probably going to be worth, let's try that. .005. 8 cents, 10 cents, something like that. That's my wild guess that I have no idea. And then you combine 10 of these. If a regular one is 10 cents, then this is really only worth 50 cents. Its rarity doesn't matter because other people are just going to combine the other ones. And there's plenty. There's 29,000 out there, so they can combine. Maybe they will be decently rare. It's 58 diamonds, so it's not like it's super hard to get that. I think it's like 5 to go here, and then you have to have 5 of these to make it gold, so that's like worth 25 of these. And then you have to have 5 of these, so it's like having 100 commons makes you a diamond. Is that right? 125, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, it's going to be hard to make it to a diamond because that means you have to have 125 of these. But there's already 58 of them in existence, so... I mean, I'm just dabbling into this concept of how the economics could be. Really interested in how much the costs of trading is going to be. How much the other markets are going to do. If there's any underlying protocol. Now that's where it gets awesome. So that all the markets can use an underlying protocol and have set prices and stuff like that. I don't know if that's going to work. Maybe it's just a Steam thing. It's a Splinterlands thing. There's underlying protocol. So Splinterlands market itself and ours, we all kind of share data. The majority of cards are listed using our site, but people can use Splinterlands to buy cards, those same cards as us. So, any case, let's keep opening. I don't know how many I've opened now. I mean, the whole set was going to be 20. I opened 1 or 2 before I started the video. Ooh, another one. It's an epic, which is way better than getting a shadow normal. So I've gotten like a few epics, which according to them is really good, I guess. Is going to be a good price, but we don't know until an actual market decides instead of some programmers. So very skeptical of those prices, incredibly skeptical. Let's open this last one. But, I mean, it's deadly, so I don't know what that means. It's front line. I do know what that means, and it's pretty cool. It has some good, cool similarities to Splinterlands in different, unique ways, and maybe this is just the way all card games like this are. Anyway, which to me I wouldn't know, because I've not played many of them, except for these 2. Literally never played a game of Magic in my life, or Hearthstone. Stun Gun Construct. I'm excited to go look to see how many of the 350 I have now. What completion level of getting them all I have. Sad, only 1 again. I mean, I've heard people talk about this Sanctify guy. Give a ward, which I guess means a buddy, to all creatures with 2 or less strength. And then draw a card? I mean, that's pretty cool. It's not like a actual warrior kind of guy. Is there something on there? Like, just because it doesn't have these things, it's just people know it's a... Ooh, sorry. I'm so bored with this game. Just kidding. I want to finish this up so we can go look at inventory, get an idea of that. This is obviously not a short video. This is me chatting out loud. Oh, boom, double. What are the chances of getting them all not common? Probably insanely hard. Actually, their rarity levels, in fact, are crazy similar to Splinterlands as well. Between legendary, epic, rare, and common, which obviously the same names as well, which I'm assuming because both of them are using it is just a construct of the games that came before. So, yay for having 2 rares, because I just need more of those cards. It's not necessarily just about the value of them. If I really wanted value, I'd get an epic. What is this? A rare that is a shadow. That's good. I think this is my most rare card. Angelic Veteran. But even so, it's still probably not worth as much. Angelic Veteran. The site is pretty good. I mean, what can we do? And they've got the buy one where you're going to be able to buy it pretty easily. I don't know. It's pretty cool. It's saying that it's 0.05 ETH, which if we go back here, 0.05, they're saying that card is a $8 card. Okay, I hope. I mean, how much is it worth? They're just timesing it by 5, really. 0.01. They think every rare is $2, but if you bought the pack for $2, I guess they're not selling the cards anymore. They're about to be limited edition, and people in the future may want them, or people may want to level up to diamonds, which is basically this really expensive way of just burning cards, to be honest, which is fascinatingly awesome, I think, if people do it. I mean, that's the point. All right, so the Angelic Veteran in that last pack was the most awesome card, or rare, or whatever. Now we're going to refresh this. My cards. It now knows all my cards, right? Kind of. Oh, I'm just looking at the rares. How many rares are there? All cards. Okay. Okay, that's 4 sheets of it. Let's put all 120 on here. Okay, it's only 1 sheet. So this is beta cards only? I don't know what that's all about. Sort by mana. So I wish it would fade them, I guess, so I could see which ones I have. But and I kind of want to know how many are here. But I guess we could go to inventory. You can see how it kind of differs. Ownership, owned. And then quality, rarity, set, Genesis. Okay. Order by scarcity. That's cool. So my most scarce cards first. How many epics? I have 3 epics, which I guess you saw me open all 3 of them. Maybe. Did we open all 3? 16. I still don't understand that. 11? That's crazy. How do you get to 11 mana? I have no idea how you get to 11 mana. Doesn't it only go up to 9? So you have to play like these, what they call bags of tricks or whatever. Where do I get those freaking bags of tricks? I haven't gotten any of those. Those type mana cards. So I don't know how you play these. But in any case, there's the epics. Here's all my legendaries, aka none. My rares. It still doesn't necessarily tell me how many rares I have. So I'm going to go back here. All cards. Out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 7 times 17. Let me do the math. There's about 100 there's 120 exactly rare cards, and I got 1, 2, 3. That's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I only have 26 of the 120 rare cards. Crazy. And then of the commons, I mean, we go over here first, I suppose, and go to common. Oh, up top, does it tell me? Cards till the next level. I'm not sure what that means. I have 114 core cards, 125 Genesis. I mean, I'll go open a few more packs. You guys probably don't want to see me opening them. I'll do another video. But I now have 5 shadows of these cards. I have a multiple here. One regular, one shadow, one regular, one shadow. I just want to have one of each would be nice. So these are all my cards, and we do the 7 again, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I like that. 9 times 7, 65, because I have these other two. So 65 different cards plus the 20 something. So I have quite a few cards. It says I have 2 of this, and there's a few of them that I want a couple of them. I have 5 of this one. I can make this one a shadow. For I don't know why. Probably because I have 5 of them and they're going to be too expensive to trade. Oh, they do a good job of this too. I love the little things underneath. This is nice. They have a good looking site, to be honest. And I guess they have a deck builder, and the marketplace is probably not online right now, but you have to go to a different site for the marketplace. I don't know what's going on. And the pricing looks different, I suppose. Newly listed. Rare. Let's go to rare cards. And there's thinking of some of these. Okay, so it's like different pricing. I don't know why. Is there a search? I got the Angelic Veteran 0.01. And let's go to rare. Angelic Veteran 0.01. I kind of got the same thing. This is not, but it's 0.015 and 0.010. I guess people just are listing more. Oh, this is for, yeah. Yep. I mean, you don't know. I guess people are like, no, forget that 0.01. I'm going to do 50% more, 0.015. And other people are like, okay, I believe it. There's no one on there that's like, let's sell it for less. Okay. It's kind of cool going through it all. There's obviously a lot of stuff I don't have. A lot of stuff. I mean, I have 3 epics, and there's... Did I already count this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 times 8. 56, 57 epics. I have 3 of them. That's a little disheartening. There's even some cool 1 cards. A whole, even more 2s, some 3s, and a 16. Of course, I got the 2 highest ones, the 11 and the 16. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I had fun opening them. I'm going to do some more. Hope you enjoyed the video of me just kind of wandering around trying to figure out something. I may do another one where I try to build decks, and then you get to see me. We'll learn together. Hope you enjoyed.